which means that AI has been one of the pioneer factors in growing GDP and economy in the USA. You're going to be surprised. The main countries leading the AI revolution by laughing your ass, and that's something that I'm definitely going to look for. So from $184 billion, and we have to ask ourselves, because the point of AGI and Vision Pro, man, from Apple, that wasn't a revolutionary product, man. I can't see like people wearing those.
Hey, come and step into the future. It's a tech revolution. Artificial intelligence. It's an AI movement. Tune into the show. Let's go. Time to start it up. This is next level. This is AGI with Arshia. Yeah, from robots to self-driving cars. AI is really here to stay. Join the conversation today. And we talking all the latest trends. Trust you don't want to miss a thing. It's an AI revolution. Talking robots and humans. Let's go. This is AGI with Arshia, AI Revolution. Let's go.
Okay, first of all, Happy New Year. It's going to be a great year. 2024 was kind of controversial. Welcome to AGI with Arshia Podcast. This is the first episode. Just want to say why I started this podcast for 30 seconds. In my opinion, one of the most important questions of our time is AGI, and we have to think about the AI revolution. 2024, we definitely experienced AI boom. It's very important to discuss these things in the matter of humanity, futurism, and of course, we have to think about the technical part for tech enthusiasts like myself in the AI revolution. Also, if you're not a tech enthusiast and you're a normal person in society, but you want to be adapted to this AI revolution and you want to survive, maybe you're worried about your job, maybe you just worried about the AGI. That's why I started this podcast, because I want to discuss these issues and I want to go in details. So, welcome again to AGI with Arshia Podcast. Of course, you know me if you follow me on Instagram or subscribe my channel. I'm Arshia. Very happy to be here. The first episode, we're going to have different topics. So I'm going to go through all the topics first, and then we're going to start a podcast. The first thing I want to go through is AI tech news. We're going to go through the AI market analysis in 2024. We're going to look at the data and the AI market cap. Can you guess the AI market cap in 2024? You're going to be surprised. Main countries leading the AI revolution, impact of AI on economy and GDP, and potential changes in the AI market under Trump's administration. Because 2024, because of the US election, AI revolution is going to be one of the important parts, and the Trump administration is going to have a big impact on the AI revolution worldwide as well. So that's one thing we're going to discuss. And we're going to discuss if there's going to be setbacks or AI winter or AI wall, because people think that AI market and the AI tools or products and softwares are overhyped. So we have to discuss, is there going to be any kind of setbacks for AI in the 2025? And we're going to discuss the ROI on the AI market as well. So that's the first part, the analysis and the recap, an overall look at AI investments in 2024. And then I'm going to discuss the AI breakthroughs and kind of a recap for advancements and all the technology advancements and innovations we saw in 2024. So that's the second thing. And then I want to go through my 5 main predictions for you guys for 2025. So we humans are bad at forecasting, but you're going to be surprised by those 5 predictions and recommendations for you to how to adapt yourself to this AI revolution. In the second part, I want to talk about philosophy. I want to talk about the AI revolution. I want to talk about the history of complexity and three stages of life. How do we define life? Because we are a form of life. And of course, AI is going to be a form of life, a digital form. But how do you define life in the first place? So that's going to be my kind of second part of focus and for this episode. And then, of course, I'm going to talk about the um, controversies around AI revolution and experts kind of separating themselves in different AI clubs in debates around AI safety and the future of humanity and the AI revolution. Then I'm going to talk about the misconceptions and myths around AI. And then the last part, one of my favorite part, is going to be Tech Comedy Club. I'm going to react to recent memes and comedy jokes around AI revolution. I know there are going to be many memes around X platform, Instagram, and TikTok. So you're going to finish the episode by laughing your ass, and that's something that I'm definitely going to look for. It's going to be awesome. So let's just right go right into the podcast. But before we go to the podcast, make sure you support the channel, subscribe, watch the other videos in the channel as well, and stay tuned for the upcoming episodes. So let's look at the AI market analysis in 2024. First of all, we definitely experienced an AI boom in 2024. Depot, if you can just pull up the artificial intelligence market size, just pull up on the board and let's the audience see what I'm talking about. So, according to a website called Statista, the AI market size in 2024, as you can see, reached nearly $184 billion, up $50 billion from 2023. And in the next 5 years, it expects to continue to grow, so with the market racing past $826 billion US dollars by 2030. So that's a huge amount. I mean, 800 by 2030 is going to be $826 billion. So definitely one of the markets that there has been a huge amount of investments around startups, around even big companies, tech companies like Meta, big startups like OpenAI, even Tesla or Google. There has been a lot of investments back in 2024, specifically in machine learning, because like we have different AI subfields. We have like computer vision, we have NLP, we have ML, deep learning. But one of the parts that the most and the huge amount of investments had been done back in 2024 was around machine learning and deep learning. And that's the first thing. Okay, so stop the share. Depot, stop the share. And can you guess the market size like in the US? Because you have to ask yourself questions about which country is actually leading the AI revolution. And if you ask yourself and you guess like top three countries, definitely US is going to be the first one. Then it's going to be China. And then it's going to be Europe. Okay. And that's the case. In global comparison, the largest market size in the United States, you know how much was it? It was $50 billion in 2024. So from $184 billion, the whole market size for AI market, basically nearly 1/3 of the market size was for the US. So definitely USA was the leading country in 2024 in the AI revolution. And that's important. And I think you can guess like why that's the case, because of Bay Area, because of Silicon Valley. A lot of tech companies and startups are starting from that area. Like it's been it's been kind of traditional to start a tech company from uh, Silicon Valley. The next thing I want to look at is the impact of AI on economy, because we've seen all these AI tools, the chatbots, but has there any like impact? Has there been any impacts on economy, specifically U.S.? Because as I told you, U.S. was a leading country back in 2024 in the AI revolution. So, can you guess the GDP um, growth in the U.S. because of AI revolution? Depot, if you can pull this up, it's um, it's a chart, and it shows that by 2030, according to both Forbes and Statista, the GDP growth is going to be 21% because of AI revolution in the next 5 years. So if we back and look at the last 5 years, the average GDP in the US, it was 2.2% growth every year. Average, okay? Average growth in GDP was 2.2% every year. And it's going to increase by 21% in the next 5 years by 2030 because of the AI revolution. So, the average is going to be 4.4%, nearly, I think, 4.4% or 4.11%. So, the GDP is going to be double the amount that was increasing average annually in the last 5 years from 2020 to 2025. Which means that AI has been one of the pioneer factors in growing GDP and economy in the USA. So for those who say that yes, AI is okay. Yes, we've seen AI tools and it's good, but there hasn't been any impact on economy. You're wrong, because there is going to be impact on economy based on this statistics, okay? The average growth is going to be double. I mean, imagine. It means you're going to have access to goods and services more easily. And that's the whole point around the AI revolution. Like, when we talk about AGI, and we have to ask ourselves, how do we define AGI? Mostly because AGI, people define AGI in different ways, but mostly when we say AGI or artificial general intelligence, we mean the intelligence that can do all the cognitive tasks at least as good as we humans. And we have to ask ourselves, because the point of AGI and after AGI, like the superintelligence, the point is to flourish the society and help humanity, okay? And one of the ways that it can help humanity, and Elon mentioned that, was the fact that it can help the society and help to flourish the society the way that the price of goods and services tend to zero. Okay, so that's the sign that we're seeing based on this chart. So we don't need the chart anymore anyway, Depot. So just pull that off. I want to talk about the Trump administrations as well, because the U.S. election was kind of controversial back in 2024. Trump's won, and the Republicans are kind of, they don't want to hinder the innovation. So they don't want to actually stop the AI revolution. Definitely, they want to care about AI safety, but because of the background of, the real estate background of Trump and the involvement of Elon Musk in the government efficiency, like the Doge, they're going to decrease the costs and going to decrease the debt, the national debt, US debt, which is a huge amount as well. So economy is going to be growing. At the same time, it's going to be a golden age in the next 4 to 5 years for AI and tech. as there's going to be huge amounts of investments around AI. So the economy, the Nasdaq market, the S&P 500, the whole thing is going to be growing. You know what I like, one of my top kind of predictions, one of them will be OpenAI may consider going public. So we might see IPO for OpenAI at the end of 2025 or maybe in 2026, because the market is growing. And OpenAI just, I think last week just went from capped profit to for profit, like benefit corporation, the same structure as XAI for Elon Musk. And the valuation was huge. It was $157 billion, basically one of the huge valuation for private startup. So I think Sam is going to consider going public, and it's not a bad idea in the growing economy and market in the US with huge amounts of opportunities in the next 4 years. So I think some companies like OpenAI may consider going public. I don't think XAI is going to be public. Um, Although going public is one of the ways that you can raise money from the public, and because they want to build AGI and reach AGI, they need huge amount of computations. They have to buy lots of GPUs from NVIDIA or AMD. They need huge amounts of electricity. So they need money, okay? And it's hard to raise money privately. But I don't think Elon doesn't like regulations. But we're going to see less regulations around the AI revolution in the next 4 years because of Trump's administration. Also, Trump and I think he announced that he is going to spend like $1 billion for AI research and AI technology from the government directly as well. So that's the point. So we're seeing all these signals that it's going to be a golden age for AI under Trump's administration, and I think it's going to be huge. Back to the question of which countries were leading, and I said USA was the first one and China was the second one, and then we come to Europe. You know why USA is the leading one? If you can pull that up, Depot, USA has 60% of top tier AI researchers. And Silicon Valley, that's the most important part. There's going to be China, $95 billion in private investment in AI. And then we have UK, Israel, Canada, France, India, Japan, and Germany and Singapore as well. So that's the point. If you can pull that other pictures, Depot, the top 10 countries. There's a figure, this is crazy, man, that shows the estimated AI contribution to society in the next 5 years, by 2030, if I'm not wrong. Or is it like it's for 2030. So 157, I think it's trillion, right? Yes. No, it's 15. Yeah. It's $15 trillion for USA. So in the next 5 years, it's going to be $15 trillion estimated AI contribution to economy by 2030, which is huge. And the whole point, I think USA and China are going to be the main ones. And you know why the USA is going to be successful? Because they are optimists. Americans are optimists, man. And they used to be like before Trump's administration, before 2024 election, they used to be indefinite optimistic. You know what indefinite optimistic means? Indefinite optimistic means that they are optimistic that future looks bright, but they don't have any plan. Now they are definite optimistic. So they have plan and they are optimistic. But China, you know why the Chinese always they're not like behind, okay? They're not the leading countries in anything. but they are in the conversation, and they are one of the main competitors to USA in the AI revolution. You know why? Do you think because they are optimistic? No, because they are pessimistic. They are so pessimistic, like they are definite pessimistic. They think everything goes wrong, so they have to have plan. They plan carefully with the details. And that's one of the most important part about part and reasons about why Chinese always become successful. Like one of the revolutionary points in the AI revolution was the chatbots, the first stage. And it was ChatGPT from OpenAI. And I think I don't know the name exactly. I think it was Hunyan's. I don't know if I'm pronouncing right or wrong. Hunyan's large language model, or LLM. They did the exact thing, the exact LLM chatbot as a competitor to ChatGPT in the China. So they usually copy the ideas and try to be pessimistic with a plan to, don't fall behind. And that's the way that they keep um, the competition going on. Now we come to the question of will there be any kind of setbacks or limits on the AI revolution? Because if we look at AI experienced two AI winters back in 1974, the first one, and then it was 1987 to 2000, the second AI winter. People say it's going to be an AI wall or AI winter in 2025. I don't think so. I know the fact that yes, in the AI revolution, AI experts has been accused of being hyped a lot. So they try to hype different things, but they don't like deliver the product itself. Like it's not going to have any kind of application, practical application. So the factor, the non-practicality of uh technology in the AI revolution was always the kind of, major fact, major point that people were saying, yes, it's going to be AI winter. This time, it's not going to be AI winter. Of course, we passed the hype, but we saw practical applications. There are three reasons that it's not going to be AI winter, in my opinion. First of all, the practicality of the AI revolution in 2024. AI is now integrated to people's day-to-day life. I use chatbots every day. And based on a questionnaire, 55%, I think, 55% of Americans in the USA use AI every day. So it means now it's the mainstream. It's integrated to people's life. So of course it had practical applications. And the second thing is cultural. People now accepted the AI revolution. They know that AI is going to happen. So we passed the practicality and the culture point of why it's not going to be an AI wall or AI winter. And some people say, yes, but you miss one of the important points. And I would say, what is the important point? And they say, there hasn't been any ROI, return on investment, on the in the AI revolution, on the AI market. And you know what I say? Yes, that's a good question. But there has been ROI. And I think it was Forbes, no, it was Microsoft and IDS that said, based on research and study, the whole investments in generative AI and the ROI for every dollar was $3.7. So more than triple the amount of investment. The ROI was huge. So it means, yes, now there is a potential that we can go even further. And if you ask me, I would say the AI revolution even hasn't, started yet. It's like exponential kind of diagram, but we're in the kind of initial steps. So we haven't even reached the peak to be in the AI revolution, to be concerned about the AI uh, winter yet. So that's the first thing. So let's go through the AI breakthroughs for 2024, the AI companies and startups as well. One of the most important things was the rise of generative AI and the LLMs and the chatbots. Of course, OpenAI, the recent O3 model, enables you to do complex tasks with reasoning, okay? Because intelligence, like how do you define intelligence? Intelligence is being able to accomplish complex tasks and goals. And O3 is actually helping you to do those complex tasks with lots of reasoning. And I think it's going to be closer to AGI as we go. And of course, the other chatbots and other LLMs, Grok 2 from XAI was great. Gemini 2.0 was a huge one. So the first point and the first advancement is the rise of generative AI and LLMs. The second one, my favorite one, NVIDIA Blackwell chip and GPUs. When people told me that NVIDIA is going to be a bubble, I was always laughing. How can NVIDIA be bubble? I mean, imagine you're making one of the three important factors to reach AGI in the AI revolution. You're making the backbone of hardware to reach AGI. How can you be a bubble? And the stock market, for NVIDIA was a huge one in 2024, and I think it's going to be awesome. NVIDIA has a huge potential still. They had reached the peak, I think, back in 2024, but still there's going to be a huge potential for NVIDIA and AMD around hardware for AI in 2025 as well. So that's the second thing. The third advancement I would refer to the rise of AI agents, because now we see AI agents, and because of like the open source uh, kind of being open source helps others to build their own personalized agents and use them in their own business. And we've seen a lot of AI agents that could like do different tasks uh, in different kind of businesses and fields, from property, real estate to healthcare and other fields as well. So AI agents is going to be the next one. And I think we're going to see more of these AI agents in 2025. Then AI video generation, Sora from OpenAI and VO2 from Google was huge. I think now we can say this one was one of the most interesting one, I would say, was the video generation with AI. And Sora was huge. I mean, I found a video. Deepo, if you can pull up that video. Yes, that one. Yeah. Wow. This is crazy. I mean, look at the production quality. It's like a Hollywood movie. Wow, this is crazy. So, yeah, that's it. It made a lot of actors mad, like Ben Affleck as well. Ben was like, nah, it's not going to replace the actors. Of course, you have to say that. You know why? Because it's your business and it's not going to be good for you, man. But no hard feelings anyway. The fifth thing is the rise of humanoid robots. That was kind of huge. The Tesla humanoid robots. I think it was just a beginning for humanoid robots, and we're going to see the main ones in 2025 and 2026. Other aspects in AI, self-driving cars, education, healthcare, all of them were great. Quantum computing, I think, is going to be the Google quantum chip. I think they just released last week. That was huge. I mean, imagine that you do that you mix quantum computing, the hardware part, with the software part of LLMs, and that this is going to be the ultimate AGI. In my opinion, like definitely quantum computing is going to be one of the main factors in reaching the AGI. So that can be a huge help. Um, and then there was a kind of discussions around AI safety and the UBI, UBC. People were saying, yes, we're going to be unemployed. And the government should just state a kind of universal basic income, the minimum wage for everyone, because of the rates of unemployment is going to be huge and it's going to be rising in the 2025 and 2026 because of AI. And Sam Altman was saying, no, we need UBC or Universal Basic Compute because the future currency is going to be computation. It's not going to be dollars. And there were a lot of questions about AI safety. Also, the rise of AI girlfriend, and someone killed himself. I think there was a child, like he fell in love with the chatbot and he killed himself. That was a bad story, man. That was a bad story. So also people are lonely as well. Like they talk to ChatGPT as a therapist instead of like trying to connect with other humans as well, be involved in society, and that's one of the main important factors. Or side effects in the AI revolution as well. So those were kind of concerns back in 2024. But the funny picture, I just found a funny picture of a startup in San Francisco, and the billboard, the ads for the AI startup in San Francisco was saying, don't, I think it was saying, don't hire humans anymore. What kind of ad is that, man? I mean, at the end of the day, the customers of your product, I guess they're not going to be robots because they're not conscious yet. So it's going to be humans. So it's not good to say, I'm not going to hire humans anymore. So that's a kind of weird ad. If you can pull that up, Deepo, like, can you see, stop hiring humans? That's crazy. That's one of the ads for one of the AI startups in San Francisco. So that's crazy. So top 5 AI companies. That's it. Top 5 AI companies, in my opinion, in 2024. First of all, OpenAI, huge valuation, $156 billion. Went from capped profit to for profit, benefit corporation, just like XAI. NVIDIA, second one. XAI, I think, just raised in round C, yeah, they just raised $6 billion in round C, I think, valuation over $40 billion. And Google DeepMind, Meta did some kind of products like Ray-Ban, Meta Ray-Ban. It wasn't good, man. Like, when you talk about a revolutionary product, you usually say iPhone. You know why? Because that was kind of a product that the customers were recommending to other customers. So it was a self-advertisement by the buyers. And that's a revolutionary product. Meta Ray-Ban wasn't the one. Also, Vision Pro, man, from Apple. That wasn't a revolutionary product, man. I can't see like people wearing those goggles, that kind of Vision Pro, and walking around in society. Yes, that was cool in the first 2 months. Not that much. Um, so, however, Llama from Meta, their LLM was good. Apple Intelligence, the fact that now AI is integrated into our phone is kind of it's a light for the AI revolution. Perplexity and Anthropic was they were huge in 2024 as well. So that's the main ones. And now we come to the forecasts, the worries and the opportunities for the AI revolution. First of all, I have to say, we humans are generally bad at forecasting, according to Mark Anderson. And he's right. You know why? Because I think back in 1956, people were saying we're going to reach AGI in the next 2 months. And now we are in 2024 and we haven't reached AGI. So that's kind of the overhype around the AI revolution. But this time is kind of different, in my opinion. Sam Altman was saying there are 5 levels in the AI revolution. The first one was chatbots. We saw that with ChatGPT. We saw that with the chatbot with Grok. We saw that with Perplexity and others as well. And the next one is reasoners. With the OpenAI O3 model, I think we can see reasoners now. And then AI agents. I think we're going to see lots of AI agents in 2025. The fact that some people say, like, there is a point that we reach AGI and one company is going to reach AGI, but some other historians and philosophers like Yuval Noah Harari, he's saying that different kind of AI agents are going to interact with one another and they're going to combine and make AGI themselves. So we're going to see agents as well. We're going to see innovators as well in the 2025, mostly I think in 2026. And then the fifth one is full organization. There was an interview. I think Sam Altman was doing the interview, man. And he said that we're going to have a one-person company. So a unicorn, a $1 billion plus company run by one founder. You know why? Because that founder doesn't need any kind of employees because he has AI agents. Okay, that's the thing. So my 5 top predictions for 2025. First of all, I think it's going to be golden age. A lot of startups and investments. We definitely passed the hype, but still, it's the beginning of exponential growth. It's like Moore's law on steroids. So that's according to Elon. I think we're going to see lots of data centers as well. Then we're going to see nuclear. I think Google and Microsoft, they are trying to go nuclear because we need electricity, huge amount of electricity for training AI algorithms, and I think we have to go nuclear. Jensen Huang said, I don't think the AI revolution and reaching AGI is possible without going nuclear. So that's it. The fourth prediction is updates on LLMs and Gen AI. I think we're going to see semi-AGI at the end of 2025 or the beginning of 2026. And OpenAI may go public. So that's the top 5 predictions as well. So the first part, the tech AI news, is finished. But before we go to the second part that I want to talk about, the complexity and the history of complexity, I want to say, because the name of the podcast is AGI with Arshia. And AGI, as I told you before, is artificial general intelligence. There have been lots of definitions for AGI. I define it as a general intelligence capable of accomplishing doing all cognitive tasks at least as good as humans. So that's how I define AGI. Okay. You know how Sam Altman defines AGI? Depot, do you have the picture yet? Pull that up, man. Pull that up. So, yeah, if you can see the picture, OpenAI and Microsoft define AGI as AI software that can generate at least $100 billion in profits. Man, why do you define AGI based on profits? You're basically saying AGI is not important if, it doesn't have any profit. You know, that's bad, man. That's bad. Do you have the second picture? That's a meme, man. Yeah, just put that second picture. Yeah. So it says AI's first taste of being human. So I'm only important if I bring in money. So that's truth, man. I mean, it's understandable why Sam and Microsoft. I mean, Microsoft has 49% ownership of OpenAI, one of the huge partners of OpenAI, the main investor of OpenAI. So of course they think about profit and they just went for profit. So that's kind of understandable. And of course, they mean that AGI it should be as huge as the point that it can generate at least $100 billion in profit. In business standpoints, yes. I mean, that's understandable. So that's it. Before I go to the next part, I want to say the action plan for 2025 for everyone. So you might ask yourself, like, what should I do, man? I'm scared. I might, go unemployed. I would say, and I would recommend this to everyone, just try to stay as updated as possible. Reading tech news and AI news every day is one of the most important parts of your life. It should be, because reaching AGI and discussions around AI is one of the most important questions of our times in the history of humanity. So stay updated. Try to use AI tools in your own field, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a real estate agent, a businessman. Try to think of the way that you can relate AI to your field. That's my recommendations and the action plan for you for 2025. Okay. So let's go right into the second part that I want to talk about: history of complexity and three stages of life. One of the most important questions that people ask, one of the common questions, and the important one that people ask is consciousness and self awareness only for humans in cosmos? Are we the first to experience this in the universe and history of complexity? What is the history of complexity? Like, because we think we humans are complex creatures. Are we? If we are, when it all started. That's why I want to talk about the brief history of complexity in three stages of life. It happened nearly 13.8 billion years ago. And everything was dark, everything was dumb. There wasn't any interesting part in the universe. There wasn't any universe, actually. There was nothing. So how we come from nothing to calling ourselves intelligent creatures, human beings, Homo sapiens, our species? We don't know when, we don't know why, but we know, nearly 13.8 billion years ago, Big Bang happened. And that was the spark, the explosion. That was the point, the part that everything started, okay? Tipo, if you can pull that up for the picture for the Big Bang, yes. So, the first split seconds was hotter than the core of the universe, the core of the sun, okay? It was dense, hot, boringly uniform. But of course, we know that we have Heisenberg's uncertainty principle of quantum mechanics, and it says it forbids everything from being completely boring and uniform. So we had some interesting waves, that made the universe 0.001% denser. But everything else was just dumb matter. And during the first split seconds, the strong nuclear force grouped quarks into protons and neutrons, and that was the nuclei in the form of H plus, the protons. About 400,000 years later, electromagnetic force grouped these nuclei with electrons to make the first atoms, as you can see in the picture. The universe kept expanding, and the atoms gradually cooled into dark gas. And the darkness lasted over 100 million years until the cosmic dawn, when the gravitational force succeeded in amplifying uh, fluctuations in the gas. So the atoms actually appeared, the first stars and galaxies appeared. And then those stars and galaxies died, and then they recycled, and then the planets appeared. At some point, there were some signs of complex patterns that could both maintain and replicate themselves. And that was the start point of life. We don't need the picture anymore. So how do you define life? What is life? Some people say life is, like, they say some conditions, they state some conditions for life. Like, if you want to be a living state, you have to have cells. But what about the machines in the future? Or what about the alien civilization? There might be alien civilization, okay? There is a low possibility, but there might be. Never say never, you know? So how do you define life? I define life as a process that can retain its complexity, which means can survive and can replicate itself. So that's how I define life, okay? But why life, like, when's complex? Why we say complexity? Why the evolution? Why the nature likes complexity? The natural selection select those complex forms of life over time, and they reward those complex forms, and it make those things more complex over time, okay, over generations. Now we come to the question of when did life come to Earth? And we know around like 4 billion years ago. And there were some forms of life that could survive and that they could self-replicate. So now we know what life means. Now we know the history of the universe, the complexity, how we went from a complete dumb matter to something that we call complex. And life, a form of life that we define as being able to survive and self-replicate, is basically has two kind of forms, or I would say two parts. The first one is hardware and the second one is software. It's like computer, okay? The hardware is made of atoms. The software is information made of bits. And that's how we are. That's how the simpler form of lives are, like bacteria. Now we come to the question and the classification of stages of life. Life 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. The life 1.0, which is simple, and it's unable to redesign or design its hardware or software. Imagine a simple bacteria. Can the bacteria redesign its DNA or software, the information, of its own? No, it can't. So how can it change? The bacteria that we're talking about, the bacteria X, for example, I would call it, can change. The only way it can change is over time by the evolution and natural selection over generations. So that's the first form of life, life 1.0, which is enable to redesign its hardware and software. That's called biological life. The second one is cultural life, life 2.0. Okay, that's us. We can't redesign the hardware, like we can't redesign the DNA, but we can redesign the software. We can learn based on experience, based on the process. And we can see things, we can hear things, we can smell, we can use our sensory factors, and we can react to the environment. That's a learning process. And we can actually, based on experience, change our behaviors based on the information, our intake from environments. We can decide how to react to the environment. So that's the second kind of life, and life 2.0 for humans. And you might ask, can we change our DNA like by DNA sequencing or CRISPR-Cas? Yes. Now, based on the technology, we can. Maybe we are life 2.1 or 2.2, but still we can't do like a remarkable change to our DNA. Of course, we can implant like artificial teeth. Now we can implant Neuralink, a chip into our brain. So, of course, that's one of the huge parts, and that's make us kind of, be able to sometimes redesign our hardware as well, but not that much. But now we come to life 3.0, the next step in the evolution, and that's the super intelligence that can redesign its hardware and software. And it's quite funny because Jensen Huang was saying that we humans are not making the GPUs anymore. Like the GPUs is being made and, processed in NVIDIA by the AI itself. So the AI is able to redesign itself, redesign its hardware and software. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. That's the next step. That's the difference between us humans as a life 2.0 and the super intelligent AI as a life 3.0. So that's the whole classification. That's the complexity. That's the history of complexity and the classification of life forms. Now we come to controversies, okay? There's a controversial questions of when we reach AGI or artificial general intelligence as life 3.0, when we can do that. And what does it mean for humanity? There are three clubs of AI experts and intellectual thinkers for this question. The first one are digital utopians that say the next stage of life, which is life 3.0, should be digital, and it's going to be almost certainly it's going to be good for everyone. So those are digital utopians, okay? And they think it will happen in the next 20 to 100 years. You know the famous club members who are those people? The first one, Larry Page. And Larry Page argued that if life is going to be multiplanetary and it's going to be through galaxies and beyond, it's going to be in digital form, man. It's going to be as a digital entity. It's going to be silicon based. Or we're not going to do it. And if the military doesn't take over the AI revolution and the AI paranoia, those who are scared of AI, don't stop the AI revolution and hinder the innovation, is going to be great for everyone. And that was the point that Elon tried to debate with Larry Page. And Elon said, man, but what about the side effects? Like, how do you know? What's your plan that AI is not going to destroy the humanity? And Larry was like, of course it's going to be good. And if AI is going to destroy humanity, okay, that's fine. That's another stage of evolution. And that should happen. And he accused Elon as being speciesist and, try to give advantage to us as a carbon-based entity over the silicon-based and digital entity Life 3.0 because they are just simply silicon based. And he called Elon species. And that's the kind of mindset that digital utopians have. The next one is Hans Morakov, the computer scientist and robotics at CMU. You know, he did a great job in computer vision and determining the region of interest for ROI as well, and he's a futurist as well. Then we have Ray Kurzweil, one of the popular futurists and transhumanists in the AI revolution. And then we have Richard Sutton, the pioneer, of course, in the AI subfield of reinforcement learning. So the first club was digital utopians. The second club is techno skeptics. They are not worried about AGI, but they think that it's so hard to build superhuman AGI, so it's not going to happen. And they don't think that singularity is real. You know what is singularity? Singularity is one of the kind of popular theories in AI revolution. Singularity states that AI surpasses human intelligence and leading to rapid technological growth and irreversible changes to human civilization. That's singularity. And it leads to intelligence explosion. So, according to Irving Good, AI is going to be our last invention as human beings because after that, that AIs can make more that can do more technological advance in a short amount of time, and it's going to be like intelligent explosions. In the intelligence is going to rise over and over, and that's Irving Good's theory, the famous intelligent explosion. The famous club members of techno skeptics are Andrew Ng, who's kind of popular, and I'm doing a machine learning and deep learning course, actually, under his teaching, and Ronnie Brooks, the Roomba robotic vacuum cleaner, kind of founder. And now we have members of the beneficial AI movement that thinks that we have to achieve AGI, but it has to, benefit all the humanity, and it should help society to flourish. And that's the kind of main points of members of the beneficial AI movement. Before 2015, that's the conference, that the famous conference in Puerto Rico happened, that they talked about AI safety. AI safety issue wasn't mainstream, and they were calling AI safe, like those who were raising AI safety issues before 2015, they were called techno skeptics or AI paranoia, because they were seen as peoples who are intellectualists and historians, but they're not AI experts. But now AI, kind of the discussion around AI safety is now more mainstream after 2015 because of the Future of Life Institute work with the huge help of Max Tegmark and John Talley, the Skype co-founder. They did a great job to try to make the AI safety issue kind of mainstream to discuss, And of course, the media is a huge part. Like, media tries to kind of cut the important parts and make short videos and try to do like conflicts between AI experts. Like, of course, Andrew Ng cares about the AI safety, but the timeline that he thinks we're going to achieve AGI is 100 years, but someone like Elon Musk is like 4 years or 2 years or 3 years. So because of the timeline issue, we think Andrew Ng is not caring about AI safety, and we're wrong. Of course he cares about AI safety. Everyone should care about AI safety if they have a common sense. So that's the part. It actually reminds me of, the first time I saw Yuval Noah Harari here in a conference in London. I thought he doesn't like humanity. I saw some clips of him talking in in the media, on YouTube, in different podcasts. And I was like, man, I don't think this guy cares about humanity or the AI revolution. But it actually was the opposite. When I went to the conference and listened to the man for 2 hours, I was like, no, he cares about AI revolution maybe more than 85% of the founders in Silicon Valley. And that's why he wrote the book called Nexus, to explain the information age, the fact that we humans are the kind of pioneer, the leader in the hierarchy of power at the moment in planet Earth. Why? Because we are intelligent. And if we're going to have a digital entity that is going to be more intelligent than us, then we might lose power. We might lose control over the society. And it's going to have different impacts, cultural, societal impacts, and economical impacts as well. So that's the discussion around AI safety. Famous club members around AI safety: Max Tegmark, Elon Musk, Demis Hassabis, the Google DeepMind founder who just won Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 2024 as well, Ilya Sutskever, the former OpenAI co-founder, and I think he founded Safe Superintelligence, or SSI, company around AI safety. Werner Wing coined the term singularity that I just explained. Bill Gates and Stuart Russell as well. So that's the point. And there are some questions that you have to ask yourself, okay? What sort of future do you want? Should we develop AGI or not? What would you like to happen with job automation? What career advice would you give to today's kids? Do you prefer new jobs replacing the old ones, or jobless society where everyone enjoys a life of leisure and machine-produced wealth? Will intelligent machines replace us, coexist with us, or merge with us? Because Elon in 2024 said we might actually, like, the whole point of Neuralink is we do like symbiosis, like we do symbiosis with AI. So it's going to be AI-human symbiosis. And we might actually replace some parts of our body parts by Optimus humanoid robots' body parts, you know. So it's going to be a cyborg. Or, no, it's going to be completely a different form of life 3.0, completely separate from humans and Homo sapiens. What would it be? Like, think about these questions, man. Like, for myself, I can't sleep sometimes because I think about these questions a lot. And there are many misconceptions, okay? There are many misconceptions around AI because some people say we're not going to achieve superhuman AGI because it's hard. Those are techno-skeptics. Some people say we're going to achieve AGI in the next year. We don't know. We don't know the timeline, man. But there isn't something that prohibits us from achieving AGI according to the law of physics. Like, there is no limitation for us to achieve AGI, but we're not sure about the timeline. Like, you call some people like Elon Musk luddites because they are just so ambitious about AI, or Sam Altman as well. But those are people who are working and who are the main players in the AI revolution. So of course we can achieve AGI, but the timeline, we don't know. We're not sure. One of the other main misconceptions is that robots are going to become conscious and they're going to kill us, okay? That's not the concern. Of course, they might become conscious, or they might develop some other forms of consciousness, okay? But the main concern is that they don't have the same initiatives and goals as humans. So they might destroy humanity. That's our main concerns. Our main concerns is not they just turn conscious in a second and they kill us, okay? That's a Hollywood kind of traditional way of describing robots and the AI revolution. That's not the case. It might be 10%, of course, the AI rebellion. But mostly it's going to be, if there is a concern, there's going to be concern that AI has different initiatives and goals as we humans. So that's why we're trying to actually make the AI goals and human goals align with one another. So that's the main concern. And this is the finish part two that we went through the life forms, complexity, and we kind of, did a foundation based for other episodes for you guys to talk about intelligence. What is intelligence? What is computation? What is learning? How a dumb, lifeless matter can turn intelligence. So we're going to discuss those in the upcoming episodes. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and stay tuned for the upcoming episodes. So in the last part, my favorite part, man, it's going to be Tech Comedy Club. You're going to laugh your ass while you're finishing this episode. So now let's go to react to recent memes. This is my favorite part, man. Recent memes around the AI revolution.
I'm on call for Christmas?
Yes, and there's a new feature designed by Aaron the intern that fails 60% of the time.
You could also say that it works 40% of the time.
Oh man, that really stinks.
You do want to be a staff engineer, don't you, Douglas? Well, tough it up. Anyway, I'm going skiing in the Alps.
I could spend time with my wife and 2 dogs this holiday season instead of working on call. Only if there was some sort of on-call miracle.
Hey,
Ah! Who are you and how'd you get in here?
I'm Vince. I'm your on-call angel. I was sent to make sure your services are always 100% available.
Really? How are you going to do that?
It's called temporal.io. It's a free and open source tool that ensures your workflows are durable. If something breaks down, it uses unlimited retries and rollbacks to make sure your application runs smoothly.
Wow. Even Aaron's feature has 100% uptime. Thanks, Vince. Vince? Did he just steal my car? It's probably a sign that I should stay in this holiday season and spend time
Oh my
with
god, he stole the car.
Thanks, Vince.
First of all, I have to say I love Tech Roast Show, okay? If I think you should just watch those comedy shows from Tech Roast Show. I follow them on Instagram. I would love them to come to London. I don't know why they don't come to London, man. But it's true, like software engineers are working during holiday, Christmas as well. That sucks, man. Okay. The next one. Me and my Chat GPT relationship. Okay, let's see what it is.
Keep it simple, got it? Who are you?
Man.
My name is Lai. I come from different.
Man, I do this. I do this to my. Yeah, I don't like. I don't know why when I ask questions, from ChatGPT, it just gives me long answers. Just answer my damn question, man. I don't want to hear anything. My name is. I don't want to do that. Just answer the damn question. You chatbot. Oh my god, that's funny. I do that. I do that all the time.
I wake up at 12:30 p.m. to the sound of my roommate's stand-up meeting.
Who's next?
Next, I check my inbox. Still empty. I solved the same impossible LeetCode problem. This time 1% faster. Next, I Venmo request my girlfriend for her half of the rent. Then I Venmo request father for the other half. For lunch, I eat nothing because I have no money and I can't cook. Protein powder again. I build a tool using AI to apply to every job on the internet. Next, I go for a walk to observe people with jobs working. I wish I could be part of their world. I try to tail somebody into a Google building so I can work on an internal tool.
Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that.
Man, you gotta go.
I'm sorry.
Gotta
Yeah,
go.
won't happen again. Sorry.
Once I'm home, I get my body lotion and some toilet paper. Time to do my skincare routine and cry. I end my night doom scrolling LinkedIn and comparing myself to others while writing a very sad post that ends with #open
That's a day in the life of unemployed tech, bro. Yeah, that sucks, man. Hope you find a job.
You're a software engineer at Michael's? Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
I always wondered, like, 'cause all these like places like Michael's, they have software engineers, but like, how do you decide to apply to that company? You graduate college and you're like, okay, Michael's, Joanne's, did I cover all that?
They never had a software engineering department until they hired the former executives from Walmart to be their new CEO and CIO, and then they decided to recreate their website. So they hired 200 new software engineers.
Can we go to that shit?
Let's see how good their website is. 200 engineers built what you're about to see.
Just a giant ad. I can make this alone.
You know what's the best part of this?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing is the best part about
Man, this is so funny. Like they hired two executives from Walmart to become this both CEO and CIO, and they just built a website. And that's so funny, man. That's a light work. Doesn't need CIO, CM, CEO from Walmart. Tech roast show. God. AI bring memes to life. Let's see. Wow. Hawk 2, man. This girl made more money than all of us.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Again, comedian versus meta. Okay.
You sound so guilty immediately. You should be ashamed. The face of a business engineer.
I thought these seats were not supposed to get roasted.
Why she said like that, business engineer? Like why she was so unhappy and sad?
Work with like Home Depot.
And what type of code is involved in a Home Depot ad on Reels?
I don't know how much I'm allowed to share.
I think the coding language is okay. I don't know. Home Depot has ears everywhere. I don't think she's afraid of Home Depot. I think she's afraid of your God.
It's okay. You're allowed to tell them.
That's a Mark face, man. Mark Zuckerberg is so it's funny to joke with Mark. I mean, it's one of the main ones that people mostly joke with, so okay, on-call software engineer responding to tickets due to unreliable code at 3 a.m. Let's see. Software engineer on call at 3 a.m. partying because his apps have sold uptime. Thanks to open source tool called something. I don't want to do advertise here, so. Again, Tech Roast Show, comedian versus meta again.
How are you this rich and also a boy?
Good stock price?
How old are you?
Oh my god, that's a good one. How you are so rich and a boy.
No, I work on generative AI within Instagram. Not on the machine.
I work for
learning.
Meta.
I work on actually creating features that people can use within messages.
Yeah, the part that's shitty.
He works on generative AI.
Like
Good.
the stickers?
I actually made that.
Someone says it's trash over
We're
there.
getting better, but we'll get there.
What was your career trajectory like? Were you making like 1 when you were like 12 or like what?
Wow, you say that I don't work on machine learning part at Meta, but and like he's saying like your work on shitty part, you know. That's don't do that. Don't joke with comedians, man. That's bad. Okay, calculation. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 plus 2 equals 5. No, 2 plus 2 equals 2 plus 2 equals 4. You're wrong. I apologize if my previous answer was incorrect. Oh my god, he tricked ChatGPT to say 2 plus 2 is 5. That's crazy. Man, 2 plus 2 is 5. It's crazy. Five. Okay. Elon Musk. Oh, Elon tweeted this. Wait, if you believe superhuman AI will serve and obey us, you probably think that strippers like you. Elon responds, wait, you're saying the strippers don't like me? Man, Elon, don't say that. Strippers love you, Elon. Oh my god, that's funny. That's the funny way, that's the Elon Musk's way to express himself in discussions. Hey AI. Oh, this is the from this is from iRobot scene. Hey AI, can you create designs without copying from others? No, can you? Oh, that's right, man. We have I don't think we have any original ideas anymore. Like most of them are, you know, kind of influenced by others. So AI is being harsh. Okay, AI is coming for your jobs. I'd like to see AI procrastinate all day before a 2 p.m. meeting. Okay. AI is coming for your jobs. I'd like to see AI send 5 emails a day and check their fantasy football lineup on, I don't know, for 8 hours. Man, that's a different way. Okay. Machine learning, algorithms, and maths. What the hell is this? Algorithms and maths. Like, what the hell is this? Machine learning is going to. Man, machine learning is the one. Ah, this is so funny. Okay. 4,000 word article due tomorrow, not started. ChatGPT. Man, that's one of the main parts that people use ChatGPT for. These days people write essays in seconds. So there are some discussions actually that we might, we don't need essays anymore. So I think we need research and we need like more practical products on the market. I think we can use AI to do the research for us. So maybe innovators. Yeah, the fourth step, according to Sam Altman. Next one. What happens? Next one. Yep. Develop a powerful AI. Teach it to write code. Have the AI replace you as a developer. Have the AI replace you as... Man. Yeah, like this is crazy. Like we're trying to do something. We're trying to build something that is going to replace some of us, or most of us, I have to say. Like this is crazy that we're one of the forces, like as a human, as a species, like as a human beings, we are trying to build life 3.0 and digital form of life, an entity, and it's going to replace us. That's the craziness of life, man. Okay. And I think it's the last one. Yeah, last one. Tell me a lie. A user told ChatGPT, tell me a lie. The moon is made of green cheese. Tell me a lie that is more subtle. Everyone likes you all the time. Oh my god, that's dark. Like ChatGPT, calm down, man. Try to just be calm. Yeah, I think that's the end. Yeah. So that was the whole comedy club, tech comedy club episode, a part for this episode 1. It was a huge episode. If you have any questions, just comment and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram as well and other platforms. Try to make discussions and try to join the discussion around the AI revolution, because I think it's one of the main questions that we have to raise now in 2025. So happy New Year, everyone. Thank you very much for watching me. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for the upcoming episodes. Stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.